Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all how to make the perfect smoky Nigerian jollof rice. For this recipe I'm going to be using some tomatoes, red bell peppers, long peppers, then some onion and some ginger. I'm going to add this into a pot, add in a bit of water and start cooking till the water dries up completely. I'm going to be using some cut of turkey for this recipe. This is the turkey wings, which is usually very flavorful. I'm going to transfer that into a pot, add in some chopped up onion, some ginger and garlic powder, some white pepper, some seasoning cube, salt, curry and thyme, and that's it. You can pretty much do you can add in any other seasoning of your choice. It is completely up to you. I just felt like keeping it basic and simple with these seasonings. I'm just going to mix everything well to combine and allow it to start steaming for the next 10 to 15 minutes. As usual, the list of ingredients and the appropriate measurements will be in the description box below. Please do well to check it out for the perfect recipe. Back to my pepper base. At this point I checked on it and you can see it still has some water in it. I just turned it around and allowed it to continue boiling till it dries up completely. Then I checked on my turkey and at this point the turkey had rendered some of its juices and I thought to add some more water to cook the turkey to perfection. In total, I cooked this turkey for 25 minutes. Mind you, it is not a must for you to boil your turkey or fry your turkey. You can choose to grill it, but since I'll be making use of the turkey stock, I have to boil it so that I can have a flavorful pot of jollof rice. So I just added in the water, more water to this turkey to cook it to perfection, covered it up and went ahead to check on the pepper base, and at this point you can see that the pepper base is already starting to burn, which means that it is ready. I'm going to turn off the heat and allow the pepper base cool down before I blend it so that it does not harm my blender. Now back to the turkey. The turkey was cooked at this point already. I just took it off the heat, turned off the gas, then allowed it to cool down. You can see how it's looking, how delicious it's looking. Mind you, I fried my turkey off camera. If you want to fry yours, do well to fry it. If you want to grill yours, do well to grill that. At this point, the pepper base was already cool. I just had to transfer it into my blender. Not too cold, it was warm at this point. I just transferred all the pepper base into my blender. Then I blended it till it was smooth. The importance of boiling your pepper before blending is because it's going to give it a flavor, give it a nice texture, and also it's going to reduce the cooking time that you spend in the kitchen. So I blended it and you can see how smooth it is looking. See how lush and creamy that is looking. It just feels like I should just lick it, but let's continue cooking, please. For jollof rice, you want to avoid non-stick cookwares if you want to make smoky patty jollof because it's going to burn. Now to my pot, I'm going to add in some vegetable oil which I use to fry the turkey. Add in my chopped up onion once it gets hot. Saute that or fry that for the next 1 to 2 minutes. You do not want that to brown at all. Then you want to go in with your tomato paste. I combined 2 different tomato pastes, that is Gino, pepper and onion, and normal Gino tomato. So I'm just going to leave everything in the description box below and maybe in the comment section. So after I added the tomato paste, I fried this for 8 minutes on low heat, not high heat, so that it does not burn untimely. Although it might burn, but just keep on stirring on it till it becomes sweet, separated, darker in color. In short, you're going to see what I'm talking about very soon. Like, it's going to be well separated and very dark. So this is what I am talking about. You can see it is separated, bubbling, and it is darker, and when you taste it, it should be very sweet. So at this point, I'm going to add in my blended pepper mix. Add it into this at this point. Give it a quick mix. Then once you give it a quick mix, the next thing you want to do is just to cover this up. Make sure the heat is on medium heat, not too high, not too low, just on medium. Allow it to start frying for like 10 to 15 minutes. Please ensure you're checking on this every 5 minutes so that it does not burn too much. Then if you are going to be going the conventional way, that's without boiling the peppers first, then you have to fry this for like 30 minutes so that everything can cook properly. To season this stew, I'm just going to be using the basic seasonings I used for my turkey, which are the ginger and garlic powder, the seasoning cube, the curry powder, dry thyme, some salts, and that's it. Just keeping it simple. I'm just going to mix everything we want to combine, allow this to cook for like 3 to 4 minutes, and that is that for the pepper base. I also forgot to mention that I added in my white pepper. White pepper is a game changer in jollof rice. Please do not keep it out in your jollof rice or your fried rice. So after about 4 minutes, this is how my tomato base is looking like, so yummy and delicious. For my rice, I have washed it for about 6 times till the water ran clear. And at this point, I'm just going to add some boiling water over it. Stir, cover this up, allow to sit for 10 minutes. This process is going to prevent the rice from being mushy from parboiling the rice. Instead of parboiling the rice, you're just soaking it in hot water. Now, to a different pot, I'm going to add in some stew base into it. Then I'm going to add in my meat stock, that's the turkey broth. Then I'm going to add in enough water to cook the rice. I have been using this particular method for years and it has never failed me, and I'm sure it will never fail you as well. You can choose to add more stew if you want to, but I feel like this will give me the proper color of jollof rice that I want. I do not want the rice to be too mushy. So I'm just going to allow that come to a rolling boil. Then I'm going to add in my dissolved spicy tea. I dissolve that with hot water, then I'm adding some spices. Do not forget that the list of ingredients that I used and the appropriate measurements are in the description box below. Please do well to check that. Now I'm just going to allow this come to rolling boil once more. Then I'm just going to open this up, taste the sauce. Once it's okay by me, then I'm going to add in the rice. Let me give you this bonus tip for free. Once you taste this like this and it is okay by you are wrong. You have to add in more salt. You have to allow this to be a little bit salty so that you do not have to unnecessarily adjust the spices when the rice begins to dry. So just allow this to be a little bit salty, then you are good to go. The reason why I can confidently say this is because I've been making jollof rice for years, and I always find out that the jollof rice is really sweeter whenever I add in enough salt to this, so that everything balances it. So I have cooked this for like 30 minutes on low heat without any foil. I'm just going to fluff the rice at this point, and you can see that the rice is looking good already. At this point, if I taste the rice and I find out that it is not seasoned well, I just prefer to go in with salt alone, or a bit of seasoning cube, depends, but just salt, and it comes out banging, really nice. So I'm just going to mix everything well to combine so that there's no white patches, and at this point I'll just try to level everything and cover the rice. But before I cover the rice, I like to go in with some leftover stew. I normally set aside some stew which I'll add on top of it. Then I'll go in with some margarine or some butter. Guys, margarine or butter does something to rice. Then I'm just going to add in some onion for some freshness as well. Then I'll just give it a mix so that everything can go around well and mix properly. At this point, the rest was about 90% cooked already, so I'm just going to allow it to go for the remaining 10%, which is for like 15 more minutes, and that is it. So one thing to bear in mind when you're making jollof rice is that you want the rice to be dry, because that's when the rice will be very sweet. You do not want the rice to be mushy at all. You want it really dry. 15 minutes later, I'm going to check on this, and you can see that the rice is properly cooked. At this point, the taste was checked, color checked, texture checked, everything checked. It was so good and delicious. I'm just going to give it the proper stir. That's the final stir. The rice no break, everything is proper. Oh my god. One more tip when you're making jollof rice is that I love to use short grained rice, which is trusted, and it gives me the perfect jollof rice. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.